My name is Jennifer Mortz, and I struggled with meth addiction for about 5 years. And I've been sober since February 27th, 2023. I am the oldest of 4 kids. My mom was in a car accident in 1989, and I was 12 years old. So I took the role of being the mom. Basically, I was the parent, and my dad was a really hard worker. He worked all the time. So I struggled with depression, anxiety. I didn't feel loved. I mean, I did, but not the love that I was looking for. I went to school for cosmetology. I worked in a salon for a couple of years, and then went back to school for dental assistant. When September 11th, 2001 happened, we got married 4 days later. We were together for 12 years and had 2 kids. We had to do IVF to have both the kids. Yep, so they were 17 months apart. Throughout my years before I even started drugs, I attempted suicide multiple times. By the grace of God, I'm still here. It's been about 6 years ago now. My kids were with my ex-husband, and I kind of just stepped back from them, figured they didn't need me. I was in a domestic violence relationship. He introduced me to drugs, and throughout the whole relationship, I did everything for this man. Like, I just thought I loved him, and why couldn't he love me back? I couldn't figure that out. And towards the end of the relationship, I was like, I don't need him anymore. It happened with a karaoke machine. I rewired it and soldered it back together, and when the light came on, it was like a light bulb in my head. Oh my gosh, I can do this by myself. I could not imagine my life without meth. I went from not using to being a daily user. I was just searching for something, and that void could never be filled, no matter what I took, no matter what I did, until I came to 180. So I was fully committed in doing whatever it took for me to be free from meth use, from addiction. When I first got here, I was all in it, and then I came in on a Monday, and by that Friday morning, I could just see it was just kind of like starting to falter. And I remember going up to my bedroom and just crying and saying, God, if this is where I'm supposed to be, I need to feel it. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up like 2 hours later, it was like my life just changed. And throughout this whole entire time, that's all I've been doing is surrendering. I can't do it by myself. I've learned that. And to trust God fully with everything. Yeah. It was the first time that I've ever felt like I belonged somewhere. It felt comfortable. It felt like home. I kept telling my mom, I'm so blessed, I'm so excited, I'm so grateful. And I meant it. September 11th, 2023 was the hardest day of my whole entire life. And I know that if I wouldn't have God to walk me through the death of my 16-year-old child, I know I would have done the same thing. I would have committed suicide. I know I would have. But God, He's comforted me. He's let me cry. He's been walking me through this grief process. She was my mini-me. Yeah. But I like to keep my Bible with me. And this was actually Jane's Bible. And so it's extra special to me. I was just showing the girls a video that I took of her when she was, I think, 5. She was so spunky. She was such a beautiful soul. Goofy. She'd take my phone. I have so many selfies that she's taken, probably. Every single time she'd take it, she'd probably take 20 or 30 selfies. The weekend before I was supposed to come here, she sent me a message, "Are you really going to 180?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Good, because I need you in my life." So our relationship was starting to be mended. Mine and my son's relationship was starting to be mended. And then Jane passed away. And then my son wanted nothing to do with me again. But he's been coming around. I will not ask God why. That's not my business. It's his business, and we don't know why things happen. And I can't do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like, I should have been there. Why wasn't I there? That, I can't go there, because I know that will be death. I don't want anything to take root inside and fester and then grow and not be able to find my way back out. You know, I didn't want to turn away from God. I wanted to turn to him. And I know that some people have a problem when things like that happen. They turn away from him, they blame him, and he's not gonna do anything that's gonna hurt you or harm you. It wasn't his choice to take her. I believe that wholeheartedly. Looking back, I can see that the things that I went through, that I had to go through in order to be able to relate to the girls, I couldn't understand it while I was going through it and question, why me? Why me? Well, why not me? I just get to talk to the girls and kind of just let them learn more about Jesus. I didn't realize just the other day, we just sat around and did pulled scriptures that we're gonna try and memorize. And I was like, oh, you know, I know where to go in the Bible for these scriptures, and I've memorized some of them, and it's something that I get to pass on, that I get to help the newer girls coming in and see the fire that's inside them, and it gets me fired up. And in turn, it's showing these girls that it's never too late to turn to God. Never. He saved my life. He's given me my life back better than what I could have ever imagined. But if you want to get true healing and true freedom for your life, just surrender. Surrender everything to God. And I'm living proof that he can get you through the worst thing that you could ever imagine happening in your life. He can do that.